parliament. And so these guys, their arrogance has reached, and I don't know what we can call that level. Is unimaginable, and we cannot leave them like that. We cannot leave them like that. They have to understand that we were watching them as they were talking crap. Itumbi has to understand, and David D has to understand that they are part of the problem. They have fueled our anger because we are wondering, who the fuck do you think you are to talk to us like that? Do you pay my salary? Do you pay my rent? Do you pay my electricity? Who are you? Who the fuck do you think you are that you can come to talk to us like that? And so this anger has to boil, has to end up outside the presence of parliament. If we are not doing that, then it's an exercise in futility. So that was where my anger was coming from. Is that why aren't we not breaching? I have heard Wanjeri telling people not to confront the police, and that is equivalent to selling fear. We need to confront them because they are, first of all, not supposed to be there. Their work is to be guarding protesters. They are not supposed to be shooting at anyone. Everyone should be confronting the police nearest to them. We cannot be selling fear to these young ones because that's the same fear that has been sold to us since time immemorial. It has been sold to us by our teachers, by our parents, by religious leaders, and that is what we are doing away with. We have been saying that in 2027 elections, what we are going to do is not even negotiable. We are blocking them from accessing any polling station. We are going to hide their IDs. We are going to do everything within our power because these boomers, we know them. Once it gets to 2027, they'll start shifting their mindsets and narratives, and then they start saying, we are better the devil you know than the angel you don't. We know them because this is how they've been kept in a constant state of oppression by the successive regimes since time immemorial. That is what they have done during the Kibaki era, and we know the government has been accumulating all this money so that it can come and flood them in their churches. So the fight with churches is a holy one, is a holy war that must be taken seriously by everyone because these churches have entrenched all the bad governance in this country. They have become pathetic people. They are no longer even serving the noble cause of spirituality and humanitarian purposes. You saw even when we had floods, the church never even came out to donate or to tell people you can shelter in our compounds or facilities. They have become commercial enterprises, and that's the problem with capitalism. Capitalism now rears its ugly head even through our most intimate spaces like the churches. The churches is where you go and become, and now you're seeking the after a long week, you're seeking just spiritual nourishment. And now the politicians invaded that because they know the people who are attending mass or attending church are at their most vulnerable. And so if they go there and crack two silly jokes, bribe the pastor, the bishop, the who, then it's a win-win. So we have to take care of those, can we call them accessories of corruption, which include the church. What we are saying is on Tuesday, again, because Mia was protesting from Thika, I know there were protests on Thika Road and other parts of the town. On Tuesday, the protest organizers, if you are unable to occupy parliament, then what will happen? On Thursday, now as we are going to walk, we are pledging to walk from our respective towns. If it's Thika Road, there are people in Juja, there are people in Roiro, there are people in Githurai, in Kahawa, in Kasarani, all those places. We are going to now, all of us, march to CBD. If you are unable to occupy parliament on Tuesday, that is a promise I am giving you. We are going to walk ourselves. We come there to, number one, to marshal your numbers, to boost your numbers. And because now this Nairobi at the end of the day is the epicenter of the country. 70% of the country's GDP operates in Nairobi. So Nairobi is the seat of power. Nairobi is the home of parliament. It's where all the chief justice and everyone. So it is important that we join you, and we hope to join you on Thursday. And then finally, I would like to exercise caution against people who are trying to hijack the movement. I've been seeing funny tweets about Matiang'i, I don't know Uhuru, I don't know what. Why are you mentioning those people while they have been in government? They have been unable to deliver to us as young people. They introduced a flawed curriculum like CBC. They did a lot of things. They asked you to get vaccinated when you knew the risks of those things. And then they implemented a curfew and a lockdown, which now finished us completely, finished our our economic capacities completely. Why would you then try and insinuate them in a movement for the people by the people? Come on, please, people, be serious. We are moving forward. We are not going backwards. We are not reverting to our oppressors. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much for having me today.
Thank you, Gaido.
Please,
May I be allowed to respond to Gaido, please?
Just keep going, Jerry.